In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, deep within the tangled embrace of the jungle, lived a young girl named Amara. Her days were filled with the songs of exotic birds and the rustling secrets of ancient trees. Amara spoke the language of the forest, understood its moods, and felt its spirits in her very bones. But life in the village was changing. Villagers who once lived in harmony with the jungle now spoke of it with fear and resentment. They blamed the forest for their troubles, forgetting that they were part of it too. When a terrible illness struck her little brother Nico, their shaman told them it was the forest's way of showing its anger. To appease it, they must find the source of the disease and destroy it. So when Nico recovered, the shaman declared they must cut down the great tree, the oldest and wisest tree in the rainforest, a place where Amara played as a child and felt connected to the world around her. Heartbroken, Amara pleaded with the villagers to reconsider, but they wouldn't listen. All except Nico, who looked at the jungle not with fear, but with the wonder that only a child can possess. He asked Amara if she could speak to the forest, to ask the great tree for forgiveness. And so she went to the clearing where the massive roots of the great tree spread like wrinkled fingers under the forest floor. Kneeling beside it, she closed her eyes and listened. Through the rustling leaves, she heard the tree's voice. It spoke of pain, of sadness, and most importantly, of fear. Fear that the people were forgetting who they were, forgetting their connection to all living things. She learned that the forest wasn't angry, only afraid. When she opened her eyes, she knew what she had to do. She returned to the village and painted a picture of the forest's sorrow, urging the villagers to listen, not with their ears, but with their hearts. She spoke of the tree's wisdom, its stories, and the invaluable lessons it held. At first, they were skeptical, but then something shifted. An elder cleared his throat, remembering tales he had heard under the tree's shade as a young man. Another nodded, recalling the healing power of plants gathered near the tree. Slowly, the villagers began to understand. They realized that the forest wasn't something to be feared or subdued, but something to be cherished and respected. Together, they decided to find another way to heal Nico, a way that honored the forest instead of harming it. Under Amara's guidance, they used traditional methods, natural remedies passed down through generations, methods that the great tree had silently supported all along. This time, there were no sacrifices to the forest, only acts of gratitude. And Nico recovered fully, stronger and more vibrant than ever before. The villagers celebrated, not by cutting down the great tree, but by planting new seeds, by making offerings of fruit and flowers to the forest, and by listening to the whispers of the wind through the leaves. From that day on, they lived in harmony with the forest, respecting its boundaries and honoring its spirits. And Amara, who had bridged the gap between the villagers and the jungle, was seen as a hero, a symbol of the unity between the people and the forest they called home. Life wasn't always easy. There were droughts, floods, and times when the balance seemed to tip. But through it all, Amara led the villagers, reminding them to look beyond their problems to the wisdom of the forest, to listen to the rhythm of the earth, to honor the animals, and to cherish every drop of water and every leaf that fell. Years turned into decades, and Amara, though now older, still walked the paths of the rainforest, her steps light and sure, her eyes filled with the wisdom of the ages. She had become one with the forest, its protector, its voice, and its eternal child. The rainforest thrived, rich, alive, and full of wonder, a testament to the girl who befriended it and taught the world that true strength lay in understanding, respect, and love. If you like this story, would you like to hear another one?